What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, Tory Lanez is not really that bright, okay? And I tell you, a lot of people in hip hop and entertainment industry don't understand when they're being used. They don't understand when they're being suckered. But again, like, they just really want to be accepted, even if they're dumb. And Tory Lanez has had an issue with Meg Thee Stallion. We know why that is. Okay? Allegedly, he shot her in the foot, and then he was on Twitter making several posts, taking indirect shots at her, and then he was sent back to jail and then bailed out. And let me just kind of introduce this. Now you have Carl Crawford. Now Carl Crawford owns the label that Meg Thee Stallion is signed with, okay? And because of that, Carl Crawford has been going at it publicly with Meg Thee Stallion. Both of them have been going at it publicly, called each other names. You know, she's been dissing him, he's been dissing her. Now Tory Lanez is already in trouble by the judge. You're going to trial for like, you could literally lose your freedom. But Carl Crawford, who doesn't give a damn about Meg Thee Stallion or Tory Lanez, posts this particular video that you see in the background of them together. And he writes this: "Take music. You never know who you might bump into in the H. Tory Lanez, J Prince Jr., Sauce Walker, hashtag protect black men." Now, so let's kind of get into that, right? Because a lot of times, guys, you don't know when people are using you for an agenda that really don't care about you. And, you know, if, number one, what is Tory Lanez even doing in Houston? If that's the truth. But the reality is that Tory Lanez is so stupid. He's taking a video with Carl Crawford. We know what Carl Crawford is insinuating here. He's using Tory Lanez to try to get back at Meg Thee Stallion. Even if he's not saying that, it's implied because hashtag protect black men. Well, what does that mean? We all know what that means, because that is indicating that Meg Thee Stallion is somehow lying on Tory Lanez, which could be true. But Tory Lanez is dumb enough, because he wants to look cool, to get in the video. Bro, if you were to, let's say the judge comes back and looks at this post, Carl Crawford and Tory Lanez. Oh, you're in Houston, okay? You're not supposed to be in Houston, but you're there. Let's say that's the truth. Hashtag protect black men. What does that mean? Okay, indirectly, I feel as a judge that both of you are conspiring together to irritate Meg Thee Stallion. It's a bad look. And see, Tory Lanez got played. You know, you're there with all your jewelry and you thinking that you're somebody cares about you. Bro, you're getting played. A guy is trying to use you. He don't give a shit if you go back to jail, because all you are is a decoy for who he really wants to piss off, which is Meg Thee Stallion. It's obvious that they have a problem together, and then you're the one person, like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But what if you go back to jail? I'm not saying that he will, but let's just say that was the case. Tory Lanez should say, hell no. You in the club, but no. I'm not taking no photos with you, videos with you. Don't post nothing. I'm already in enough trouble as it is. I'm good. If I was Tory Lanez, I would be nowhere near any other rappers right now. I would be off Twitter. I would be out of the public eye. And if I'm working, I would just be doing that. Because these people will use you and they don't give a damn if you falter. They don't care. And a lot of people out there are being used by somebody to carry out an agenda. They call it putting a batter in your back. Even guys in the black community. You don't know when you're going to church, somebody is really trying to get you to do something that you really don't want to do. Let's say your sister, she get into it with her boyfriend, putting a battery in some of you guys' back, or people can manipulate you in the world, and people manipulate people that they feel that they are weak. People just wanting you to do stuff for the free, see if they can test you, and it's up to you to be like, no, that doesn't benefit me at all. You're not going to use me. No. I'm already in enough trouble as it is. No. The last thing I want to do is be appearing with this guy, a person who has a public problem with Meg Thee Stallion. The answer is no, bro. Because if you go to jail, he ain't gonna bail you out. But that's why we have to use our heads, because people try to, humans are so good at mind games. You ever have that friend where he comes and tells you, yeah, man, I heard that such and such said this about such and such, that said this about such and such. And that it might not even be even true. But for the fact that person's trying to manipulate you to get something, you to do something, makes it all bad. And I encourage people, think about the things that you're gonna do. Think about why people want you to be around them, especially people that you know that you have common enemies and you're not really that close with. Why is that? Okay? People will use you if you let them. And you will become their footstool. Happens a lot, man. A lot of times people just want to be known, and you want to be seen and accepted by a circle. And a lot of times, to be accepted about a circle, you're going to have to get manipulated. You're going to have to get used. People will use you, man, if you let them. Like your family will use you like no other. Your so-called friends will use you. And people who don't even necessarily like you or know you, but they have a common, like you will always see. Let's say, for example, if let's say you and me, we both hate the same person, but we don't have any other reason to talk. People will form shady alliances and just try to use each other to get over on the other person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whenever we're going to have a collaboration or work with somebody, it needs to be about something that's mutually beneficial. Not because you want to use me for an indirect shot or indirect diss at somebody else. That's childish, but that's how slimy some people are. And Carl Crawford, what he did, it's some slimy shit. But Tory Lanez not even smart enough to understand that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Let's Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.